Hey, well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because today, without you guys, this literally doesn't work. And today's been one of those days that I am glad to be home. My daughter is in town, and I'm going to do something really, really fun when she gets back over here. We're going to go ahead and do a crab leg and shrimp boil. Oh my God, I can't wait to have that. That's one of those things that you literally will die for. I mean, we're talking about corn on the cob. We're talking about red potatoes. We're talking about crab legs, shrimp, and sausage all boiled together. I can't wait. So I'll do a video on how I actually make that so you guys can follow along. But we have some interesting news, and I know, let me turn the camera a little bit. This is one of those things that I'm going to hear some of the guys out here say, here we go again. Mark is talking about Earl freaking Thomas. Earl Thomas, a guy who I've gotten all kinds of grief about every time I've talked about him. We had the whole thing where the Cowboys were talking and everything else, and people said I was a clickbaiter, and I was a liar. They called me everything but a child of God. But that's okay. We're cool. I'm all right with that. But here's some interesting news. I don't know if he's going to become a Dallas Cowboy or not, but I don't know if he's going to stay a Seattle Seahawk or not. See, here's the thing. You heard Tom Brady, you heard Gronk, these guys talk about, hey, I want a new contract. But they're working out now at minicamp. They came back in. They didn't do the OTAs, but they're veterans. Tom Brady, what you going to teach him in OTAs? We've got Zach Martin, who he wants a new contract, but he's still working out at the Star. He's just not practicing. It'll be interesting to see next week when minicamp happens, if he's going to be on the field or if he turns down that about $180,000 or however much it is in fines for not practicing, because that's when it's mandatory. Earl Thomas said all along, I want to be the highest paid safety in the NFL. He went to our locker room and said, come get me when Seattle kicks me to the curb. But I believe that Earl Thomas is actually kicking Seattle to the curb. Seattle has always not exactly told the whole truth, of course. They said, of course, we want Earl Thomas back. We're going to take care of him. Yet, there's no talks about a new contract for him at all. No negotiations. Their people aren't talking to his agent. Only thing we've heard is, we plan on having Earl Thomas here. We love Earl Thomas, He's a great player. In fact, 41 on the top 100 list. We expect him to be here for minicamp. That's what Pete Carroll said. It's part of our plans. Now, you haven't heard anything from Earl Thomas. Only from the team. And apparently, Earl Thomas has somebody whispering in his ear. And they say that it is Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's a little bitter. Richard Sherman basically is telling him, dude, hold out. Don't believe anything that they tell you. Don't put yourself out there, because Richard Sherman is a little bitter right now. And honestly, I can't say that I blame him. We all know that he ruptured his Achilles tendon, got hurt, and the team traded him away. I mean, that's what most teams would probably do with players that are aging. They ruptured Achilles. But see, here's the thing. Richard Sherman could have shut it down. His Achilles he played on several weeks, and they knew that the Achilles was a problem. But he was trying to soldier on for his team. Hey, everybody's injured. Everybody's hurt. It's my team. I'm going to go through and I'm going to play as long as I can play. If it means that I'm going to rupture the Achilles, so be it, because this is my team and I'm giving it all to this team. I love this team. They've taken out for me. And that's what he kept telling Earl, man, don't hold up, man. It's about the team. It's not about you, man. It's about the team. That wasn't until they got called into the team's office by the Turk. Hey, Richard, Coach want to talk to you and bring your playbook. Richard, we done traded you, man. So that's when you realize that the NFL is a business. It doesn't matter that you were part of what got them that first Super Bowl ring, got you close enough to win one till your offense screwed it up and your head coach. And so now Richard Sherman is saying, you know what, bro, it's all about the money. Ain't no loyalty from the team. Look what they did to me. I played when I could have been selfish and sat on the sideline and saved myself a whole lot of rehab. I'm gone. Look at Michael Bennett. When we win the Super Bowl, they weren't talking about him talking too much then. Got rid of him. If we're expendable, so are you. So you can stay there and be a piece of toilet tissue and just take what they offer you. Or you can start looking out for yourself, Richard. Excuse me, Earl. And I believe that's about what the conversation is right now. You still have not heard a peep out of Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas has not been seen by the team, has not come by the facility, has not worked out a single OTA, is not on Twitter, Instagram, anything, nothing. No contact. And come Tuesday, it's mandatory minicamp. And that's when the fines start. It's going to get real interesting. Tuesday is the day to watch on the Earl Thomas situation. Because I still believe Earl Thomas is kicking the Seahawks to the curb. Well, I got some more work to do. Still working on that tabletop for down there on the outdoor man cave. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm not going to mess up your eardrums on this cutting it. I'll see you soon.